What's going on? It's Wavy Bands. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own vocal chain using only stock plugins in Logic Pro X and save this vocal chain so you can use it for all your future projects. First things first, let me show you what this raw vocal sounds like. This song is by One Punch Juice. It's called Za. It's already mixed, mastered, and dropped, so go check that out. But this is what the raw vocals sound like.
Smoking on gas, packed this za. Beat at her back, pull her hair while she calling me daddy. Drop her back off at the addy. Met up with a play by the alley. Ran up a coat out of Cali. Sweet little thing named Allie. She let her play pallet, she walk with a mallet.
So it's a very warm vocal. So first things first, this is the order that you want to put your vocal chain in. You're going to want to put EQ, compressor, dynamic compressor, de-esser, limiter, and then you're going to want to add some 3 buses, and each bus will be for your effects. First one I usually put reverb, second one I usually put echo, third one I usually put some sort of widener. Never put your effects on the main vocal. Try to always keep your effects in the bus, and this will give you more options of what you can do with the vocal. So let's see what the vocal sounds like now that I have just a few plugins on it. I haven't done anything with the plugin, so don't expect too much, but I'm going to go through each plugin and show you kind of what it does.
Smoking on gas, packed this za. Beat at her back, pull her hair while she calling me daddy. Drop her back off at the addy.
Even with no vocal, just no messing with the plugins, you can already kind of tell it's already doing some stuff to the vocals. So first thing you want to do, go to this EQ right there, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to drag this orange dot down. Vocals, or you could use this red one as well. You could do this. I like using the orange one. Anywhere from this number to about 60, you're going to want to take out, because if you take out that frequency right there, it gives the 808 and kick more room to breathe, and your 808s and kicks will stand out a little bit more, and it won't be drowned out by the vocal. Then you're going to want to take out, in this vocal I heard a lot of warmth, so you want to take this yellow dot and drag it down. It also sounded kind of tubey, and so if your vocal ever sounds tubey, you're going to want to mess with this green dot. If it sounds like a tube, drag it down. If it sounds like it's missing something, drag it up. So now you got this. I'm going to put it right about there. And then this purple dot really will give you that extra sauce in the vocal. This is the one, and it's really going to take your vocal to that next level, this purple dot. It's going to bring out the treble. So let's see what that sounds like just with the EQ'd.
Smoking on gas, packed this za. Beat at.
So now it's really bright, so maybe, bring down the purple dot a lot or a little bit depending on your preference. And then you're going to go to the compressor. What the compressor does is it reinforces the EQ you just made. So be careful how much EQ, because this compressor is going to boost it. So you're on the compressor. Bring the attack up if the vocal isn't harsh. Bring the attack down if it's really harsh. Bring the release. This will tell you how long the attack is happening, how much oomph, like the time frame of it happening. So probably bring that a little bit down. This will increase the volume and the width of your vocal. Turn the ratio down, and leave the threshold about 50%. This will allow it, make sure it doesn't clip too much, and turn this mix to about halfway. And you might want to screenshot this if and recreate this yourself. So now let's hear what that compressor is doing with the EQ.
Smoking on gas, packed this za. Beat at her back, pull her hair while she calling me daddy. Drop her back off at the addy.
It's really bringing out the brightness in the vocal and kind of taking out and compressing the lower end, which wasn't really needed in this vocal to begin with. But the problem is, now that we've compressed the high end, this purple dot right here, we need to be able to take out some of the imp sounds. So the way you do that is you mess with this threshold right here. That's about good right there. So you're just going to mess with that, because each vocalist is different, but this is a pretty good ratio for de-essing. And then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to mess with this ceiling right here, and this will make sure that your vocal isn't clipping anywhere. If you feel like your vocal needs more volume, another good tool to use is this gain. Instead of using the mixing tool to add volume to your vocal, you could use this one, and it will add a different type of loudness. It won't be exactly the same. And once you do that, that's when you're going to want to add some finishing little touches to the vocal. And that's what I was mentioning before. You have these 3 buses that you made. It's really easy to make a bus. You just go right here, make a bus. Then on this first bus, I usually add reverb, and I'll usually EQ the reverb. So I have the reverb plugin. Take out the low spread, add more high spread, add size, add length. The more R&B, the more size, the more length, the more high spread. The more trap, the less you need a reverb. So you got the vocal. Let's turn this all the way up with the reverb so you can see what that sounds like.
Smoking on gas, pack this eye. Beat her back, pull her while she calling.
So that's why I like putting the buses on the effects on the buses, so you can mess with how much reverb you get. And then the other thing you can do is you can EQ your reverb. Add an EQ, and you can take out some of the bass of the reverb, maybe add some treble, etc., depending on what kind of vocal you want. Another thing you can do on the second bus is add an echo. So you add the echo. I already added it, and you got the echo, so you turn it up a little bit. Let's turn it all the way up so you see what it sounds like.
Smoking on gas, pack this eye. Beat up.
So a lot of people love the trap phone vocal, that echo sound. So the way you do that is you got the echo up here, then you go to the EQ, go to single band EQ, you got the low cut. You're going to turn this all the way about right there, turn this about there. This will create a phone echo. Watch, you'll hear it.
Smoking on gas, pack this eye. Beat her back, pull her while she calling me daddy. Drop her back off at the Addy. Met up with a play by the alley. Ran up a coat out of Cali.
You hear it? So that's another thing you can do. Maybe if you want the vocal to ping back and forth, you could add a little tremolo.
Smoking on gas, pack this eye. Beat her back, pull her while she calling me daddy. Drop her back off at the Addy. Met up with a play by the.
If you're wearing headphones, you can hear it's going back and forth, and that's how you add different effects to your vocal. Then the next thing you can do after you turn that down.
Smoking on gas, pack this eye. Beat her back, pull her while she calling me daddy. Drop her back off at the Addy. Met up with.
You want to add a widener to your vocal because this one sounds a little thin, and I feel like it's not hitting in both headphones. It sounds really mono. So I'll show you what that sounds like all the way up.
Smoking on gas, pack this eye. Beat her back, pull her while she calling me daddy. Drop her back off at the Addy. Met up with a play by the alley.
So all you're going to do is turn that one down about to right there. So now you got a vocal preset that you like. Now let's say you want to use that. I want to use that vocal preset in every song I ever make. So you go up here to settings. You go to save channel strip setting as, let's call it wavy. I already have a vocal preset section. Wavy stock plugins, stock vocal. You save it. And the other thing you do at this moment is you can put it on your other vocals. You go to settings, vocal presets, wavy stock vocal. Now it's on both of them. You play it back and they'll have the same exact effects. The only thing you'll have to do really is add a bus. Add the buses again. 1, 2, 3. Just turn those up. If you don't want to do it that way, another really simple and a key command you can do to add the same effects is Alt-D, and it will create the same exact thing. So you can create it like that as well. Just depends on how you want to do it, how you want to play the field inside of Logic. So that's how you kind of create a vocal chain in Logic Pro X. You just add your effects, go up here. You're going to save channel strip setting, etc. If you would like to download this stock plugin, this stock Logic Pro X vocal chain, the link will be below, and it will be free download for anyone to use. I'll be dropping a Waves vocal chain here soon, so be on the lookout for that. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at It's Wavy Bands, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be doing a lot more tutorials and a lot more deals with mixing and mastering and that kind of stuff, so stay tuned.